This week on The Hunters of Hobb, we open in the parlor of. One second. Sorry. We open in the parlor of Lord Kenneth Banks, who is sitting with Andrew Nielsen. Sitting next to Lord Kenneth Banks is Lady Eleanor Rybald. She is a lovely woman in her mid 30s. She has sort of auburn hair. She's wearing a green dress. She looks a little perturbed but not too upset. And Kenneth Banks turns to you, Nielsen, and says, "We've already done with the pleasantries. Now may Miss Rybald, Lady Rybald, present her offer to you." Miss Rybald looks to you. She says, "I have a home on Linsburg Lane. My If you haven't heard in the papers, my brother has been apprehended by the uh, Kingshaven Constabulary for murdering his mistress, Gloria Coif. He's being held at the Arcanum in the ward for research of the mentally disturbed. I wish for you to look into why this has happened and the strange disturbances that have gone on in that house over the years. I do not want my brother to be executed or held for any longer than he has to be. If you do this, I will pay you handsomely in the sum of 300 gold pieces. What's You come highly recommended by Lord Banks. What say you?"
All right, I'll be silent for a few moments, giving the impression that I'm pondering this, and then I say to her, "I am not one to turn down such offers from a person of your repute. Consider it done."
She hands you a key. "This is the key to the house. You have free access to it. You may come and go as you please."
Thank you.
All right. So there you go. You have the key. She has given you access to the house. Her brother has murdered his mistress and now is being held at the Arcanum in the ward for the mentally disturbed. They do a lot of research there on mental disabilities and how to sort of heal the mentally sick.
Okay.
So the question is now is what would you like to do?
All right. Well, first thing on the that I want to do is I want to try and get some knowledge on this brother of hers, just so I can check for any past history of being crazy. Um, so yeah, that'd be my first thing.
All right.
Um,
Do you wish you would talk to anybody, or are you just consulting your collected knowledge from this at this point from your time at court and things like that? Not that you've been at court that much, but you know nobles and things like that because of your former lord.
yeah, that's it. I'll be going just from previous knowledge because more than likely what I'll have to do is actually talk to her myself if I wanted the real deal, and that'd probably be a bad idea.
All right, so go ahead and roll. Give me a if you have the do you have some sort of skill that would assist you in this. If not, it's just your intelligence.
All right, I know I'm pretty confident I do. Yeah, I have knowledge of heraldry.
There you go. That'll work.
Yeah.
So give yourself a plus or your skill die to it.
All right, and followed by oh yeah, okay. So I have 17.
17. That's a very good roll. So Marcus Rybald, Lord Marcus Rybald. So the Rybald family themselves, they're actually into textiles. They own a textile factory, and that's how they make a lot of their money and things like that. And they're old money. They've been around for in Kingshaven for the last 600 years when they were
Hmm.
originally given their title. In fact, the suppliers to the king and the queen from way back when, and they still are. So like all of the fancy dresses and things like that you see at court are generally from the Rybald family. Marcus is Lady Eleanor's younger brother. He is sort of a gadabout town. He's kind of a foppish gentleman. He has a wife. She's kind of a ditz. He's got several mistresses. He is generally thought to be sort of a scumbag, but he's not a murderer. You've heard because you rolled so high that he has some carnal tastes, but nothing like this. Like he's a little bit into the S&M type stuff, but that's the rumor anyway that you've heard the whispers from your friends and things like that. I think even Lord Banks has even mentioned that to you once or twice when you've chatted with him.
Sounds like my kind of guy. Just saying.
So that's Marcus. He is not very involved with the business. He is living off of what the family funds that are still around.
Okay. All right, then. After pondering these things, after thinking about it, I'm gonna go, back to my crew, West Side, and let them know let them know about this job that we're gonna be taking.
All right. So when you walk into the warehouse, all the kids are there. They're running around. They're playing this ball game. Are any of you other guys involved in this ball game?
Heck
I will
yeah.
be.
I'm playing with the kids,
Sure.
man. I am a kid. It's totally fair.
Totally fair. Totally fair.
Totally
Even though
fair,
you're
man.
way quicker than most of them.
You used to call me Willow Roof back in the day, man.
Willow Roof. So so Oliver and Bort and Girk, they're on one side, and Kip and Nevik and Snickle are on the other. And the object is to get the ball in a can that's on the other side, and you can only take two steps when you have the ball, and then you have to throw it and stuff. But the game is fun. Like you guys are being silly and ridiculous. I don't know what is what's Sun doing while this is going on? Is he playing too?
Oh, yeah, I was playing too.
You're
All
going
right,
down, son. You're going down.
so stretching. So Nielsen, you walk in and they're obviously playing this game that you've seen them play before, and maybe I don't know, have you ever engaged in this game with them before, or do you think it's silly?
I've only watched from afar because I do not want to participate in such things.
All right, so they're playing that stupid game again with the kids, and it's going all right. And even the spider is there playing too. Like he's obviously a foppish oaf though. So you guys are having a good time and all that, and that's when you see Nielsen come in, and he looks serious. I guess. Do you look serious?
No, I mean I look serious because I always look serious. But that's neither here nor there. I noticed what's going on, and I was like, okay, I'll tell them later. And then I head over to the to our kitchen area, and then try to prepare myself something like maybe like cut some cheese, stuff like that.
All right. So are you guys taking this game seriously, or are you guys just having a good time?
Good time.
Obviously, I want to take these bitches down. Come on, these kids cannot be better than me. And plus, I want to make sure Mr. Kong over there doesn't show me up. So I might even I'm gonna show my awesome skills off, man.
Okay, so you know what, man? Make a dex check if you're taking this seriously. If anybody is going to take this seriously against him, feel to make an opposed dex
Boom.
check,
I
or
rolled.
whatever you decide to narrate, never how you want to stop him from beating
I
you.
rolled a whopping 13. That's with modifier I had it already.
If anybody wants to stop him, feel free to narrate how they're stopping them, so I can see what you should actually be rolling.
Boom.
Going once, going twice. I
No
can't
one
hear you.
stopped
Fine,
me,
I'll
man.
roll
I'm gonna
against
hit a
him.
home run.
Well, what do you?
No,
How are you
roll
going to
against him.
stop him? He's like running between your around the big pool in the middle, dodging between all this stuff. Like, how are you going to stop him?
Hobbit feet are the best feet, man.
Maybe a little Phoenix fire.
You're going to Phoenix fire him?
No,
This shit just
I'm
got real.
joking.
You can. Feel free.
I can only do it once a day, so I'd rather not waste it on a children's game.
Come on, I yell out, come on, guys! Come on, guys, you suck! I'm gonna do this!
I just like pretty much run after him, try to steal the ball or whatever.
All right, cool. That sounds like Dex.
Alright.
You want to press the button?
No, just click it. Yeah,
5 plus what?
I got a 9.
So you go to try to grab the halfling. So as you go to grab him, you miss the fact that he lured you into a trap where there's a little bit of like fish oil on the ground. You sort of slip a little bit, and then he dodges between your legs, makes his move and scores a basket,
Heck
winning
yeah.
the game.
Heck yeah. And when I go between his leg, I kick off his own butt to give me a little leverage to score that point a little better.
There
Be
you
like,
go.
woohoo, boo, in there. Got it.
All right, and at that time, Nielsen, you finished making your lunch and you're eating comfortably, watching them
And then I
eat
do
their
my
snack.
happy dance. I go like, ha ha, gotcha.
All the kids jump on you.
Oh, you
So
guys. Oh, wait, that's my spleen. Oh, ow, oh, guys, come on. Hurts so much, but it hurts so good at the same time.
so Nielsen's eating. You guys are just hanging out.
Chilling
He looks
with
serious as he always does.
chilling with Homestead. Oh, he loves us. Come on, he knows he loves us.
Yeah.
Just because he's a silhouette sitting in a room, doesn't eating a sandwich.
So the question is, what do you do now?
All right. After I was watching the game as it went, and then you know, Will is doing his party dance there, and I go ahead and I call to the other people, to everyone there. I say, "Hey, everybody, I got something great for us to do.
Something
Come on
great, you
over."
say? All right, kids, you gotta get off me now. Gotta go do business.
They all get off of you and like, all right, and they go out to do their aggressive street team thing.
Oh, okay.
Hmm.
Have fun, children. Gotta say, have fun.
Bye.
Yeah.
Bye,
By the way-
Doc.
By the way, guys, we gotta really find homes for some of these kids. We gotta slowly start giving them homes. We can't just use them forever. That'd be kind of mean.
What are you talking about? They live here.
Oh,
Yeah,
yeah.
they live in-
oh, maybe they
live in
like
the
to
warehouse.
live with us. Well, all right, whatever. If they want to live with us, it's cool. I don't know. I figured they want happy mommy and daddies one day.
Sorry, everybody. Feel free to tell me what you guys are doing now.
All right. So I'm going to
gather
be
around
informing
him,
them
yeah.
of the plan right now.
Yeah, and I go in front of him, gather around him. If I
Yep, we're
All
just
right.
listening, waiting for him to tell it to us.
So what's up? What's up, son? I mean, what's up, Andrew?
It was that opportune time where somebody comes to open the door. It's like, what? No, I put the sign up. Anyways, sorry about that. So I say to everyone, we gotta serve the job, as I said before. Turns out that old friend of mine has been having some issues with her brother. Named, remember the Ryball family?
Somewhat. It doesn't remind me a little bit.
Anyways, it doesn't really matter too much about the actual person,
Okay.
Marcus Ryball, in case you want to consider it.
Gotcha.
Anyways, what ended up happening was there was a murder that took place in this one house, and we need to do an investigation, if you want to call it that, to see what made this person go mad, if the house actually did anything.
Doesn't sound too bad. I can probably get in there, sneak up in there, get some info, find something.
The only thing that made me curious though was that she offered 300 gold for this.
Just to go into some house and get a little info.
Exactly.
And that seemed a little much. I'm not complaining, mind you. Hey. But did she expect there to be some baddies in there, maybe some big guys? And I'm gonna have to. The homie that we're checking out doesn't actually have an iron golem with him or a shield guardian with him, does he? That'd be kind of bad.
Well, that isn't too much of the problem there. It's just it's more along the case of trying to figure out what went wrong, so that way we can make sure to give him a good name, in case he's sentenced for something much harsher, that kind of thing.
Okay.
So I can definitely see why on that part. It's just one of those things where it seems a bit silly to me to pay this much to try and get him off.
Indeed, a little suspicious indeed. Well, I'm down
So,
for
yeah,
it,
that's-
no matter what. What say you guys? What's up, Doc? What do you say?
I am okay with this. Money is money, and I definitely need it.
And she's giving us a little more than we would expect, so we can't really complain about that now, can we?
Nope,
All right.
not at all.
I'm hungry.
Oh,
So you guys have. So since you guys have decided to do this, what would you guys like to do first? Go to the house, or go to the Arcanum, or something else?
I actually don't really care. I really don't care. Which I think. I don't think we should go to the house first. I think we should go to the other place first. That's what
Well,
I
I
think.
want to go to the house first, so that way I don't get any preconceived notions when I'm trying to investigate.
That's why I wanted to go to the house first as well.
Okay, all right. You guys can. Let's go. Let's go. Let's go there first.
All right.
Well, you can
So
always
you-
visit Marcus.
No, let's not split the party. I don't like splitting the party. My character says this. He actually said, I don't want to split the party.
All right. So you guys go to the house. We'll close the scene there. We open the scene where you guys are opening the door to this. It's a very large estate, sort of. It's a for being in the city of Kingshaven. It's got a large front lawn area that's walled in. It is a 2-story building that actually is sort of sprawlish. Like it is not just a box. It kind of sprawls out a little bit.
It's not a box. It sprawls out a little bit like a rounded
Yeah.
type thing.
A little bit like a compound almost.
Okay.
Like a small compound. Like it's one building, but it looks like it has like several like wings. Like there's 3 wings.
Yes. Yes. 3 wings. Door.
All right. So you guys are in the main room. Where would you like, if you would like to go to the scene of the crime, you can go there. If you would like to go to somewhere else in the house or whatnot, you can do that also. There are, many rooms in this place. You can even tell me what rooms are in this place because I don't have them all filled out.
Do you guys want to start from the ground up?
Well, right now we're in the foyer, right?
Yep.
Okay, we're in the foyer. Is it got one of those cool spiraling staircases that go up?
Sure does.
Oh man, we're doing it Beauty and the Beast style. There's both on each side.
All right. So you walk up the spiral staircases. Andrew Nielsen, you have entered Marcus's chambers.
Mhm.
There is a sort of like a bath where water is brought in off to through one door. There's the big large chamber. There's sort of like a parlor area, and there's also his bedroom, which is fairly extensive. The sheets have been stripped from the bedroom though. They obviously because somebody was murdered there. That's where Gloria, or what did I say her name was? I hate when I do that. Oh yeah,
you
Gloria
did not
Coif.
share her name.
Yeah, Gloria Coif. That's where I thought I mentioned it. Sorry about that. That's where the mistress was murdered. Was in the bed. But the bed has been stripped. There's not even a mattress on it right now. It's just the frame. But there is still the blood stains on the floor and on the wall. They're dried at this point.
Yeah.
So what would you like to do while you're in the chambers?
All right, first thing I'd like to do is go around at least around where his bed is, and search for any any books, things that would give the impression of like a diary per se.
All right, so go ahead and make a wisdom check or a perception check.
Okay. And I rolled a 5.
Roll a 5. So you're searching around, and you're like knocking on the floorboards, things like that, this, that, and the other thing, and one of the boards on the floor is actually loose. As you're knocking around, so you actually do find something that is loose, a loose board on the
Alright.
floor.
I'll make a massive assumption and assume that's where he hides all of his stuff, and I start ripping it out as aggressively as I can.
All right, so you rip it out as aggressively as you can, and you should make a dex roll now because it's trapped. If you would have rolled higher,
All right,
in your
that one's
perception,
decent. I rolled a 14.
That's good because if you would have rolled higher in your perception, you would have found the trap along with the hidden nook. So you pull out the board, and when you do, there is a you pull out aggressively. So you pull out really hard. As you pull it, you pull it away far enough that there's a dart trap in there that flies up and actually completely misses your hand and slams into the board right to the left of your hand, which would have
Cool.
which would have actually struck you in the shoulder if you didn't pull the board back towards you as hard as you did. So there's that, and then there's like there's a pouch in there, and there's also a little book in there. Looks like a journal. And I'll get
Okay.
back to you in this. And
I'm just saying the reason why I didn't give a reaction to it is because in the middle of the adrenaline there, didn't really pay attention.
oh, okay. So you didn't even notice the dart?
Exactly.
Fantastic. Okay, so you pull the board up. You don't even notice the dart. You see there's a pouch and there's a little book down there. And I will get back to you in a second. So you've walked up the spiral staircase there, Willow. What is Doc and Sun doing?
I'll just keep Willow company. Just because I might try and get him back for that whole jump off my butt to dunk a ball shit.
Nice. What about you, Doc?
I'm gonna search like the kitchen / pantry area.
All right. So you're searching the kitchen / pantry area. So you're searching the kitchen / pantry area, and as you're in there, you're looking around. There's food. There's even a keg with some beer in it, and there's a stein there too.
I look at the stein on the table.
Yeah, it's cheap, but it's not dwarven make, so it's a piece of shit. But
That's why I whip out my own stein.
nice.
Tap the keg.
The beer is a good dwarven make though.
All right, and I grab some sausage or whatever, or cheese, whatever's laid out.
So as you're halfway through filling your stein, you hear a clattering noise behind you and off to the left.
Obviously, I turn around and look for it. Look where it came from.
When you do, you see that there is a puff like of white powder all over the floor over there, and it looks like a flour container has been knocked over, but you don't see anything that knocked over. But you hear footsteps running towards out of the pantry and into the actual kitchen area.
I'm gonna run over to the kitchen area itself.
You see a little white. Okay.
No, what were you saying?
Nothing. Are you gonna do something else?
Yeah, I was also gonna say, there's someone in the kitchen.
All right. You yell, "There's someone in the kitchen."
Yep.
Okay. As you get to the kitchen doorway, like you look, and there's like a flour can that got knocked over, and there's flour everywhere. Their flour, yeah, a big like can of flour got knocked over, and there's little footprints going out into the kitchen, and then they go around the corner. So, Sun and Willow, what are you guys up to?
We're at the top of the spiraling staircase.
Okay, you're at the top of the spiraling staircase.
Yes.
So they're like mannequins, like wooden mannequins with really nice like suits of clothing on them. Like a nice there's one with a nice dress on it. There's one wearing a very nice suit for court. Because these people are in the textile business, and they make lots of clothing for the lords and ladies of Kingshaven and actually the country, and they even get they import stuff to other countries also. That's how they ended up becoming lords and ladies themselves. They were a long time ago.
So there's statue type stuff.
There's they're like wooden mannequins that are carved to look like people.
Okay.
But they're wearing really fancy clothes, like designer clothing.
Cool. So like 3 of them.
Yes.
Okay. That's some nice clothes they got there, wouldn't you say, Kong?
It is soon.
That's what I call you now. It's your new pet name. When are you gonna learn this? When are you gonna learn this?
I guess I'll give it a nice, thorough inspection.
I want to go look at the one at the right.
All right. So you're looking it over, and you look up at it, and the it looks like the head. Like you're looking at it, and you look away, and you're checking out some other part of it, and then you look back up, and you think the head is moved, but that doesn't make any sense.
I think the head is moved.
Yes, and then right when that happens, you hear, "There's somebody in the kitchen."
Can I roll something to? If I think it moved, can I roll something to like make me think? Oh, it actually did move.
Sure.
You know what I mean? All right. So what do I roll for that? Intelligence or wisdom?
Probably intelligence.
All right. Roll. Oh, 20 plus nothing.
A 20? A 20.
Natural
So
20 roll. Yep.
you could have swore that head moved, but that doesn't make any sense because
Yeah. Hey, I think this thing moved. Poke it. Give it a little punch for me, would you?
Okay, I'll give it a little punch.
like what kind of little punch?
Uh,
And furthermore, you have heard there's someone in the kitchen.
yeah, that's true.
just punch us really quick for me. We'll go down there.
Fine, I'll just punch it real fast for him.
You-
And then
you
I,
pu-
like,
Yeah,
I'm
you
just gonna
punch
give
it.
it like a running punch, like as I'm running by to get to the kitchen.
All right, when you walk over and you punch it, the head twists. It's obviously like these wooden things are actually like posable.
Oh, okay.
Okay. Yeah, okay, so good. Let's go check that out in the kitchen. So now I'm gonna
Alright.
run down to the kitchen.
So you start running over towards the kitchen, and then you run into Doc, who's running out of the kitchen towards you guys, and you see that there are the remnants of little white footprints on the floor that are basically flower footprints, but then they sort of vanish as they get into the foyer, like towards the foyer area.
By the way, I'm running while drinking out of my stein.
Nice. So you're sloshing a little bit of beer. No, you're a dwarf, man. You're pro. You don't slosh beer. That's lame.
He's a pro.
And the footprints, they just sort of stop, but they're small, like willow-sized, maybe a little
So we
smaller than
caught up to Doc?
willow-sized. Yeah, you guys ran into each other.
Yo, where's this guy in the kitchen?
Follow the footsteps.
They disappear halfway into the foyer.
Yeah, halfway to the foyer, down a hall.
Oh, down a hallway into a hallway?
Yeah.
Alright, let's go towards
Like,
that hallway.
because the kitchen is down the hall, down a hallway,
Yep.
where and then the hallway leads to several other rooms, like the dining room and some other places like that.
Gotcha.
And then that goes to the foyer, but they disappear about halfway. They stop about halfway down, like they just run out of flour.
Cool. I say we go down towards more of the hallway then, towards the other rooms.
Sure thing.
Sure. So
Alright, so go ahead, Doc, you lead the way.
Well, I start running after.
all right. So back to Andrew Nielsen. So you found a pouch and you found a little journal. There's also a box below those two things.
All right, I grab all three, items there, because he doesn't need it anymore. And it's also part of the investigation.
I'm
So
sorry,
yeah, I grab all three of them and I start searching.
All right, so you start looking through them. Well, in the box are restraints, like leather restraints, and sort of like things that you would sort of sexual paraphernalia for a more carnal pleasure. There's restraints and bindings and blindfolds and silk and things like that.
Mm-hmm.
In the pouch is some gems and some gold pieces. Probably like a stash that he has for a rainy day or whatever. And in the book, if you flip through it and start reading it, which I assume you do, right?
Yeah.
Okay, cool. You start reading through this book, and it tells of his sexual conquests and the things that he's done with women, and it also sort of hints that he wishes he could do more carnal things, especially with blades and things like that, but he never does because it's against the law and he's not insane. But as he goes farther and farther in, like towards the last few entries, it's sort of like I don't know what's going on, but I thought I saw a little girl. I thought I saw a little girl wandering around.
Dude, you found Master Jiraiya's fucking novel. Good job, man. I want that shit.
It's 50 Shades of Grey. Anyways,
Yes.
She thinks she sees a little girl, and then a luminescent little girl wandering around, and sometimes the little girl, and then he says he's having dreams where he's talking to himself about how it's okay to do these things, and he he continues on that he's like, well, towards the last, he's like, well, maybe I could do this. Maybe I could. I mean, Gloria's not important. She's just one of my mistresses. She's not even a noble. I mean, nobody would mind. Nobody would notice. And then some of the writing, it's even a little bit more insane. How he's like, how he would actually go about dismembering her and doing terrible things to her, which we don't need to actually talk about.
Mm-hmm. Wouldn't be proper, at least for a knight, to talk about those things.
Yeah. If you want, I can send you a text file.
Oh my god, wait, there's an actual text file of this book?
Not yet, but I could do it.
Well, that'll be for us later in the after show.
Yeah. Right. So that's what you find in there as you're reading. So you guys are searching through the rooms. What are you guys looking for?
Well, did
Exactly.
we go to a different room yet, next to the kitchen?
Yeah, you can pick a room. Do you want to go to a different
right,
room?
the next room, next closest to the kitchen.
That it will be the dining room.
Alright, dining room.
It's got a large table in there. All the chairs are actually like stacked off to the side at the moment. It looks like nobody's entertained in a while.
Alright, stacked off on this side, gotcha.
And there's like a cabinet that probably it's a solid like oak cabinet. That's usually where people would keep plates and things like that. So what would you guys like to do in here?
I'm actually not with them.
Oh, where'd you go?
No, I wanted to run straight to the end of the hall to see if there was like a door out.
Oh, okay. I'll get to that in a second then. You guys run into the dining room. You run down to the end of the hall. Okay, well I'll do that real quick because that makes more sense. You run down to the end of the hall and there is not a door out. There is it's a window though, but it's like it doesn't open. It looks out onto the back garden.
Okay. If you want to do their thing now, or I can keep going if you want.
What'd you say? I'm sorry.
I said if you want me to keep going now, or do you want to switch back to them?
No, what do you want to do now that you've run to the end of the hall?
All right, I want to see like if there's any doors like that are open right now, and if not, I'll just go in the nearest door at the end of the hall.
There's no doors open right now, but there's a door at the end of the hall.
Okay,
There's
I'll go through that.
one. Okay, so you open that up, and it is obviously a sort of a recreational room. There's a billiards table in there. There's a sort of like a bar area which has like brandy and things like that on there, and some sifters on it. And there's a board there for playing chess, and a couple of nice chairs, and there's like a bookshelf, things like that.
So the white flower trail stopped in the hallway before, so it doesn't
Yeah, it
look.
sort of stopped in the middle of the hallway. It looks like whoever was running with flour on their feet, the flour just like ran out.
Well, I yell out, "There's no one down here!" And I grab the brandy bottle.
Nice. Okay, so you have a bottle of brandy. You guys in the
Billiard room. I mean, the dining room.
dining room. So what are you guys up to?
Look under the table. First obvious thing I want to check.
So you look under the table.
Well,
There's
look under the table, general search of the room.
you look under the table and a cat jumps at you.
Ah! Cat! I grab it. And I start flailing with it.
You start what?
Flailing with it.
You start flailing the cat?
Yeah! I was like, cat! Grab! And then it's like, ah! We're fighting.
All right, so the cat starts trying to scratch the shit out of you.
Ah! Get this cat off of me, I yell.
I don't think a 12 hits you.
No, it does not.
All right, cool. So the cat doesn't scratch you.
Get this cat off of me!
You managed to keep it from
Don't you know
clawing.
cats are the scariest things of all time when you're going through a creepy mansion?
Yeah, I'm not a
Scariest
cat person, so I'm not gonna help him.
Are you laughing at me? You're not gonna help me?
Nice. Nice, I like it.
I'm not a
So
cat
there's,
person.
Neither am I, obviously.
So you have noticed Doc and Son that there are in the dining room and in the billiards room there are like portraits on the wall, like paintings of probably family members from the past and this, that, and the other thing.
They all seem to be all the male past people or females or just a wide range of genders and people, pretty much.
Wide range of genders and people. Some of them are
Okay,
family
so nothing,
portraits,
no,
things like that.
yeah, nothing like all past victors of some wars. Okay.
Yep.
Hmm. Well, last thing I want to check is see if there's any loose type of boards or anything hidden underneath, on the floors. That's really the last thing I want to check. Oh,
Go ahead, make
actually, you know what I really want to check? Never mind that. Check the paintings. Make sure none of those eyes are moving, and check behind the paintings for any safes or shit like that.
Sure.
That's what I
Yeah,
want to do,
it's a
actually.
good call.
Yeah,
When you
can we pull the
Next
pictures
thing we
off?
know is those eyes are gonna fucking move, and it's gonna be like Wild Wild West, the movie, where the people are in the fucking paintings, and it's gonna pop
Okay.
out.
You can pull the paintings off the wall. They are in very heavy frames that are like gold filigree and silver and
Well,
shit.
if I don't have to
And-
pull them off the wall, can I just like do the old lift it up against the wall a little bit,
well,
like see behind it?
Son asked if he could pull a painting off the wall.
Oh,
I think.
okay, sorry.
Yeah.
Yeah, you could pull paintings off the wall.
Okay.
They're a little heavy, but you can pick them up. You can pull them off and put them down, no problem.
Yeah, I just want to
Okay.
look behind him. I'm not pulling them off. He can pull them off after if he wants.
No, there's nothing behind any of these paintings.
Okay, all those
Okay.
eyes are real. Last thing I'm checking, those eyes
Yeah,
are real. I'm gonna
all the
poke
eyes
him.
are
I want
real.
to. I'm gonna ask him. It might be too tall for me. Ask him to poke those eyes.
So, as you guys are doing that, you guys don't really find anything. Although, if you search around, like, if you search around, looking for secret stuff, you do find not. I don't know if you want to take it or not, there, Willow, but the when you're looking inside the cabinets and whatnot for secret things,
Mhm.
one of the like there's some really nice silver, like
Oh,
silver,
you know
silver
what?
spoons and forks and things like that.
Is there a silver knife? Or
Yeah,
butter knife?
like a silver
I'll take
butter
one.
knife.
I'll take one silver knife. There you go.
Okay,
That's it. I don't really want to steal. I'm not.
and
Gonna
it's not actually silver. It's silver plated,
lie. Oh, okay. Well, that's fine.
just to make it look nice, like because it's really not easy to cut.
Oh, then I
things.
go. Oh, cheap shit.
It's not really that cheap. It's like sort of a silver steel mix. Like there's a lot of silver on there.
Okay. Well, I'll take one butter knife.
If your question is if it would be effective against things that have a weakness to silver, then the answer is yes.
Okay. Yes. All right, I'll take one silver butter knife.
All right.
Specifically, a butter knife.
Okay, you have a silver butter knife.
I'm gonna put that
Nice.
in my inventory list. Butter knife.
All right, Andrew Nielsen, you've read these books. You've flipped through this journal. You have this pouch of gems and coins, and you have that box. It's a cherry wood box that had all these things in it. It's probably about 3 feet long
Mm-hmm.
and about a foot wide.
All right, and then I feel satisfied searching the room there, and so I'm going to be taking all that stuff with me downstairs.
All right. So, Doc, what are you up to?
I'll move on to the next room.
All right. What is the next room?
The next room is the study, or like his
Alright,
office.
Okay, so there is an office. This is not just his house. This is actually a family house. So, you go into the office, which has many books and filing cabinets and things like that. Nielsen, as you're walking downstairs, you hear them kibitzing in a hallway off to the right.
Yeah, I'll go take a look. Might as well.
All right, you come upon the Son and Willow rifling through things in the dining room first.
Hey man, I took one butter knife. I ain't rifling.
The Son has taken paintings off the walls.
Oh, okay. Hey, he's taking them with him. That'd be funny. I'm gonna take these with me, guys.
Yeah, Willow's got his head inside of a cabinet, looking around at stuff.
The only thing I do is I cough. I make that the sound in front of the rest of them.
Then I jump up and go, haha, cat again? And I'm like, oh, it's just you.
So, Doc, you find this study, and there's, like I said, there's filing cabinets, and there's a desk, and there's like a pen and like a feather with an inkwell there. So, what are you up to in this room?
I'm gonna go straight for the desk.
All right. So you start shifting around the desk.
Yeah, I'm gonna like look on the bottom of the drawers, see if there's like a secret compartment or anything like that in this desk anywhere. Something,
So when you look around, at the bottom of the desk, you actually find that one of the one of the like when you look at it, like the drawers, like there's something wrong with them. Like they don't quite line up just right.
All right, so I'm going to try and make the draws like fit the right way.
So what I mean by they don't line up like quite right is that there's too much space in between the top drawer and the bottom drawer. Like when you look at it from the side.
Okay. I'll try and like tap around there to see if it's like hollow or if there's like a little latch underneath somewhere.
When you pull the drawer out, there is a space underneath that, and when you reach inside there, you do find a latch.
Cool. I pull the latch.
All right, you pull the latch, and I'll get back to you in a second. So you guys in the other room, what you up to?
I go and tell Mr. Andrew, we didn't find nothing here. I got a cool butter knife though. Swish, 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 swish. Put it in pocket.
You mean you
I'm
have a
gonna
good
go-
butter knife to put back?
No, I found it outside.
That's the worst bluff ever.
I'm just staring back at him. I'm just staring at him,
Yeah.
just like, really?
Oh, fine. I'll put a butter knife back. I can put the butter knife back. But if that cat comes at me again, I will not be afraid to attack it.
Oh, Andrew, there's a cat rubbing up against your legs.
That's cool.
Did I see the cat?
Yeah.
Cat! Throw the butter knife.
Nielsen, there's a butter knife being thrown at your feet. So what do?
I just take it. That's what it is.
All right, so you block the butter knife from hitting
Dude,
the cat.
I'm telling you, man. Cats, I'm telling this to him. Cats in creepy mansions, you can't trust them. Can't trust them. Just telling you.
All right, so you guys have that little conversation. Are you doing anything with those paintings there, son, or are you just gonna leave them on the ground?
I'm just gonna leave them on the ground for now until we're done, but I'm just gonna go to another room to investigate.
Okay, so Doc, you flick that latch, and there's a bookshelf off to the right. And the bookshelf, you actually see it, like some dust actually falls down as you hear a click, and the thing just opens up just a little bit. So, like, it actually pulls away from the wall just a little bit, like it's on a hinge.
I'm gonna pull it open a little bit, just enough to like stick my head in there and see what's going on, like what's behind there.
Make a perception check first.
All right. Do I have anything towards perception? Nope. So perception is wisdom, correct?
Yes.
I got a 12.
A 12?
Yes.
So as you're starting to pull open that bookshelf, you feel the hair, like your beard and stuff, it starts standing on end a little bit.
Wait, would dungeoneering apply for that at all? Because it's like trap. If there is a trap, I'm not sure.
Not for if it was in an underground area or something like that. This isn't a house.
Okay. All right, so I feel my beard.
That's what I tell you though. Like your hair starts standing on end as you start opening it up. What do you do?
I'm going to stop opening it and walk outside and be like, "Hey, get down here, all of you." to the Sun and Willow and Andrew.
So do you guys all join together?
Yeah.
All right.
Yes.
So you guys, when you guys
No.
get near him, the Sun doesn't join with them apparently. So Nielsen, when you get close to Doc, and actually a little arc of like static electricity like leaps from him to you over the course of like 6 inches. He had a lot of static electricity built up all around him.
Okay.
It doesn't hurt or anything like that, but it shocks you. Like, whoa, what's that all about? All right, feel free to chat with each other.
Has anyone find anything yet? I found a damn cat.
Found this secret room. Why
Secret
don't you-
room? Awesome. Show us. I want to see this. Where is it?
It's behind the bookcase. Why don't you go open it real quick?
Heck's here, man. Alright, so I go up to bookcase. I'm going to check it for traps.
Okay.
I don't really have a skill for that, so I think I just roll. Oh, God.
Yeah.
Oh, God.
What'd you get?
Hang on. I don't add anything to it, right? Let me see. Rumor, persuade, sort of. No, I don't have anything.
It would be your wisdom or your
So,
it's
so it's staying the same. Okay, I rolled a 3.
well you're looking for traps. It's intelligence.
Okay, so it's still a 3 then.
You rolled a 3. Okay,
Yes.
so you walk up to it. You start putting your hands on the bookcase, and you're like looking around. You open it up a little bit, and you're like, oh, it seems okay to you. And you open it up a little bit more, and then that's when the runes that are on the inside panel of the bookcase light up, and you need to roll reflex save now because you're gonna get the shit shocked out of you.
Damn. Oh Jesus. What is it again? I got. What am I adding?
Dexterity.
Okay, it's not so bad. So we got 11.
11.
11.
That's
11.
that's not high enough.
I know.
Well, you only get zapped for 8 points of damage
Oh yay! I'm at 1.
wow. As you get shocked, like an arcane rune lights up and arcs, lightning arcs and zaps you. Yeah.
And I fall on my back and I go, guys, it's trapped. Bleh.
Nielsen, you're like a wizard, aren't you?
Yes, I am.
Yeah. The rune's dead now. It actually, as you look at it, you realize it would have recharged, but it's so old, like very old rune, that now it had that one charge left in it. And actually, in previous times, it probably would have hurt a lot more.
And this is why I don't go ahead when the doc tells me to go ahead.
I was just checking it for traps. It's not like I was just blindly opening it.
Doc, you never mentioned that, like, you felt that lightning thing going on, did you?
They did see the static shock thing, they could have asked.
They did.
No,
Yeah.
my response is based on the number of times I've been duped by the doc every time he tries to talk to me.
So Doc's a con artist. Is that what we're saying?
No,
Fair.
he just says he underplays like obvious threats for us to go into. That's what he usually does.
All right. So
I hate you, Doc.
So you're lying on the floor. You're shocked. Your hair's standing on end. It didn't feel very good. Your limbs are tingling. So now what?
Oh, I go through since I'm aware of the trap and what it does.
So you go through. There is a staircase that goes down.
Down?
Mm-hmm. It is actually stone now too. Most of this house is made out of wood, which is, really an oddity and very nice in Kingshaven. But going down these stairs, like, you're obviously going into the foundation.
Okay.
All right, so you make your way down, and you think you hear the laughter of a little girl off in the distance.
Oh, well, one thing I do just to make sure is I leave the cherry box with Willow. And I told him, I told him just to hold on to it while you're sitting there.
Thanks.
You hear from down the stairs going up towards you.
Okay, so yeah, now we're further down there. It's like, okay, so.
And I assume you proceed?
Yeah.
Right. When you get to the bottom, as your foot actually touches the last step, which it's pretty dark down here. What did you want to do for light? Because you've probably walked the steps go down and around a corner. I'm sorry, that would help. So the steps go down and around a corner. So you still have a little bit of light behind you, but it's pretty dark in front of you.
Yeah, it's one of those things, like, this place is old, it's ancient, there's not really anything to worry about too much. So I'm just going to go based off my own vision of the darkness there.
Okay. So you take a few more steps, and as your foot touches the very base, like the floor down there, the stones to your left and your right, like two of the stones up on the wall, they start to dimly glow, and they slowly get brighter. And as they get brighter, what appears in front of you is what looks to be a wizard's laboratory.
Like a room?
Yes, a large room, a large stone room with a wizard's laboratory. There is like a bench that go like a work table in the middle. There is some bookshelves down here with books on them, but the books look very old. Like we're talking, there's a lot of dust down here too, and there's even what looks to be a circle in like inlaid in the ground towards the back end of the room. And there was like chemicals and things like that in jars off to the left, but they're some of it's been evaporated by this time. Some of it's broken. Some of it is just not like empty, and there are still some that are sealed, and you can see things inside the liquid. And it's 9:10. Do we still want to keep going, or do we want to stop?
I
Hmm.
can keep going.
I think we can keep going for just a little longer. Yeah.
All right. So now what?
For everyone watching the stream, the yellow dots will be us. Oh, yellow's not a good color. Okay, the opposite color stuff will be us. There you go.
Oh, you're actually drawing this map out.
Yes, I've been drawing this whole time, and it's been very funny.
I like that there's a map maker. I'm looking at the stream now. Interesting.
Photoshop. I mean, it is illegally. It's GIMP. GIMP.
I like GIMP. I use it all
Yes,
the time.
it's totally
Okay.
GIMP. All right.
So we're down. So you're down there. Is everybody following him? What's everybody else doing?
Oh, I've been following him as soon as I could get up, and after he made his funny little thing there, I got up and followed him.
All right. What about you there, Doc? What do you wish to do?
I'm gonna call out to Woo and say, "Better come down here." And then I walk down the stairs.
I've already been with him. Already been with him.
All right. And Son, you're with him too, or did you go somewhere else?
I went somewhere else.
Oh.
Okay. So, Son, what are you doing while they're down there?
I'm in the kitchen with Colonel Mustard and a lead pipe.
Yeah, you're in the kitchen with Colonel Mustard and the lead pipe. Did you kill him?
Well, that's the name of the game, isn't it? It's just...
No, the name of the game is Clue. Haha.
So, what are you up to then?
I'm just checking the food pantry.
So you find that flour that got spilled, and you see that there is little footprints in the flour that lead towards that hallway.
Okay, I wasn't really looking for flour. I was looking for something more edible.
Well, there's actually food in there too. Like there's like cheeses and breads, and there's even like bags of rice and wheat and things like that. There's even a way to for somebody to sort of grind down and then bake bread.
Meanwhile, in the kitchen,
Are you
sandwich
just-
making.
Are you eating?
Sun Wukong is trying to become a sumo besides a monk.
You're trying to become a sumo too.
I just love how you're making a sandwich when we're trying to do cool mysteries here. What are you, Shaggy? Are you Shaggy? Is that what it is? You're Shaggy, and we're just trying to solve these mysteries. I love that.
Hey, man! Don't mess with a man when he's hungry and got the munchies.
Alright, so you're making yourself a sandwich. Fuck it, let him make a sandwich.
All right, so
to our
back
cool
down.
adventures in the lab.
Back down in the very long abandoned wizard's laboratory. So, what are you guys up to in this wizard's lab? Willow, what are you doing?
I wish to just do a general searching of the room. Basically what I'm trying to figure out is how long it had to be to figure out if it's possibly been a while since this place has been used. That's pretty much what I want to figure out. If it was recently, if anything's like if it's been a while since it's been used, I want to see if there's any, dust movement or like if anyone left things behind. Because obviously, if someone was there recently, then dust would be slightly less somewhere else and stuff like that.
There is no dust movement. It doesn't look like anybody's been down here in a very long time. Make a perception check.
Alright, perception check. Roll. Boom. Oh, that's a whopping 7. I don't
Whopping
like the
7.
official Dungeon and Dragon dice roller.
So the dust is it's been here for a long time, and you've if you had to guess, somewhere between 60 and 100 years.
Hey guys, it's been a long time since anyone's been in here. Just saying. Look at this dust and shit.
So what are you up to, Doc?
He's currently getting something to eat and
Okay,
stay
what
alive.
are you up? What are you up to, Nielsen?
All right, I'll actually be take a gander over there at the all the like the tables and such that the laboratory is there, that kind of stuff.
All right. So, as you look at the tables in the lab, the work table, it there is it smells. It's got dust all over it. Like
Hmm.
so, that's kind of there's also tools and things like that. There's also on one of the other tables. There's sort of like writing implements and there's even an open book on it.
All right, I'll grab the book.
All right. It is it is a handwritten account of a wizard's experiments in the lab. In fact, if you flip through it, you realize that the mage's name was Teffin Rybald.
Teffin what?
Rybald.
Okay. Teffin Ryball. Bolt. Whatever.
Yeah, it's Teffin Rybald was the name.
The next thing I want to do in the room is I want to check out that circle in the back of the room.
All right, so you go and check the circle out. It is inlaid steel, cold steel, silver, and it's got several different types of gems all arranged in interesting ways.
So it's like a... It's not a marking in the ground then. I thought that was what it was. So it's like a slightly elevated circle made out of steel with jewels encrusted in it.
Yeah, the steel's inlaid into the actual stone. Like somebody
Okay.
carved it out and poured it.
Okay. Oh,
And,
damn.
as with the other fine metals and inset jewels.
Well, I say out loud though, man, I really don't think we should step in this circle, but wonder when it is. Does this mean anything to you, Andrew? All this symbols and whatnot? Maybe these jewels laid out in a certain way or anything? That's what I ask him.
All right. It could be. It depends on how the wizard prepares his spells.
Well, you have this book. It would, if you wanted to like figure out what he's up to, it would take some time, like maybe like to go through it. There's also other books on the shelves down here too.
Well, yeah. Right now, I was in the middle of fiddling it, and I was basically given like a BS answer, a non-committal one,
Yeah.
as
Okay.
I was fishing
Well,
through it.
Sorry, you guys were actually talking to each other in character. I apologize. Well, you guys are BSing together. Doc, what are you up to?
Uh, I'm gonna take a look around and see if there's any kind of religious symbols anywhere. Something that would be like out of place. I'm not really sure if wizards follow a certain religion or, you know.
Well, they're usually wizards don't follow religions, and you would know that. Strangely enough, though, there is sort of a in the circle on the ground. There are some uh, religious symbols in also poured into the circle.
Would I have to roll to know what religions they belong to?
You can make an intelligence check, and since I think you have the religion skill, so you can roll your skill die.
Okay. Skill die is just an extra D6,
D4.
right? D4.
D4.
So 13, that's 16, and that's intelligence, that's 17.
Nice. So why don't you tell me what religions of a good kind, a protection kind, is here that he's got going on? I'll give you a chance to create something.
I'm not going to be very creative. I should have known these symbols earlier. They're from those pansies who follow Paylor.
Paylor. Oh wait a minute. No, I actually know. They are they're the symbols of Asun, who is the god of protection.
So I say that to Willow and Andrew. I say, these symbols belong to Asun, the god of protection.
Protection.
I suddenly have a light bulb in my head. This circle, maybe with these runes protection in here, maybe it was meant to keep something in the circle instead of letting it get out.
Ah, kind of like a cage, huh?
Yeah.
But magical. What would need to keep tied up that would be so strong that you would need to have a magical type of cage for it?
The 13th ghost.
Holy shit. Guys, a giant cat! I knew this place wasn't good. I knew this place was a giant cat ghost.
So what are you guys up to now?
All right. So how much have I read of that book previously?
Oh, tell me which parts of it are you reading?
I'm I'm pretty much skimming, looking for like things that are remotely related to what we're talking about, because there's the little girl, that voice that he was talking about. Marcus was in his diary, and then there's also the actual the wizard there, the
All right.
Teffin.
Here are things that are related. This guy, this Tefin Rybald, he was a mage from that worked that studied at the Arcanum and actually like was considered one of the masters at the Arcanum. His specialty was summoning and binding. Um, the dates he actually has dated things in here, and they are from 96 years ago. Was the most was the was where some of these entries were from, and there is mention of his of a daughter that he had named Nicole.
Nicole. Because I can totally know what you're thinking when you're reading it.
Yeah. All right. Okay. So after reading that, I'm thinking, I'm trying to put two together. There, it's like, well, there's nothing here. What would be needing of protection?
When you say that, the table with all the glasses and things like that on it starts shaking, and all the things start flinging off the table towards you guys.
Whoa.
And that's a good place to stop.
Holy shit. Well then, till next time, guys, let's see what happens.